Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're going to run the Azorius Oculus deck with the new Abhorrent Oculus. So the Azorius Reanimator deck that usually brings back Monastery Mentor or the Haughty Djinn has been kind of very, I guess, relevant in the standard metagame back in Bloomburrow. But now that Duskmourn has been released, we can knock out the Djinn and put in Abhorrent Oculus, which makes this deck so much faster tempo-wise. So the idea is that we got a lot of reanimating spells like Helping Hand and Recommission, and we can bring back cards like Monastery Mentor to have a very wide board, or an Abhorrent Oculus to have a wide and tall board, because the Oculus is a 5/5 flying creature with only 3 mana cost. So that's very fast. The downside is when you cast this, you have to exile 6 cards from your graveyard, which this deck does by a lot of self-mill, but not only that, you don't have to cast it. You can just reanimate it, then it gets around that trigger. Or it gets around that casting cost. So then you can attack your opponent with the Oculus and just kill them that way. So this whole deck is about doing that. But way more importantly, in the current metagame, it's about how we kill the mono red. So what do we have? We got 4 Ephara's Dispersal. So this card, whenever opponent attacks, it costs 2 less. So it's a 1 mana instant, basically targeting an attacking creature. Return target creature to its owner's hand. That's it. That's really good. But we also surveil too. So we got these creatures on the top of our deck. We can put in the graveyard for reanimation spell. That's even better. We also have 2 Into the Flood Maw and 2 Elspeth Smite that can handle turn 1 creature aggro. So here is how we handle turn 1 creature aggros. We have 2 Elspeth Smite, 2 Into the Flood Maw, 4 Ephara's Dispersal. Then on the other side of that, we have a lot of card draw. We got 4 Sleight of Hand, 4 Charter the Course, 2 Curate, 4 Founding of the Third Path, and 4 Picklock Prankster. So the idea is we have a lot of cards for card draw, but not only do they draw cards, they also put cards into our graveyard. Picklock Prankster mills 4, and hopefully get a reanimation spell back to our hand. Founding hopefully help us cast a Picklock Prankster for free, cast a Curate or a Charter the Course for free, mill 4 cards more, and then we get to exile an instant sorcery card from our graveyard, perhaps a reanimation spell, and then recast it. So this whole deck works exactly like that. And then we have 6 reanimation spells in 4 Helping Hands, 2 Recommission, and then finally the things that we want to reanimate is 4 Mentor and 4 Oculus. That's the whole idea of the deck. Very fast, very lean, and insanely combo-centric. So what else are we going to have? 20 lands. That's it, just 20. 2 plains, 4 islands, 4 Adarkar Wastes, 4 Floodfarm Verge, 2 Meticulous Archive, and then 4 Seachrome Coast. So I feel like nowadays almost every deck runs 18 to 20 lands because every deck is aggro, combo, you only need 1 or 2 mana, everything else just kind of goes off. This deck does that, exactly that. And this is currently, I think, one of the top tier decks in the standard metagame. So yeah, try it out yourself. I'm going to use this deck and see how it works. Let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Ito. Okay. This is a hand. I mean, we could 2 recommissions, but our opponent goes first. I don't have a turn 1 play, but I do have Picklock Prankster. Maybe I get it to work. Don't think I'd mulligan his hand. Okay. So Seachrome Coast, we'll pass turn. Probably Founding next turn. Yeah, right, we're Founding into a Picklock Prankster. I'm not really doing anything else. Let's get a... We get Charter the Course. Get Curate. No, I want to discard a card. Caretaker's Talon. Cool, it's mill 4. Huh. Pretty nice. Let us... We'll put a land. We're Helping Hand out. The Oculus Rift. We'll also Charter a Course. Draw 2 and we'll discard another Oculus. Get him Manifest Dread. They can kill in response, but we still get Manifest Dread. Dispersal or a Waste? Doesn't matter. Okay, let's bring back... Do we want to chart a course again? No, let's just Helping Hand. What are they going to do? Counter it? They're not going to counter it. Pay for it, and it's back. Then go for the attack. Take 2. So it's probably what is that called again? The Sunfall, right? So how do I play around Sunfall? I guess I'm Founding into Chapter 2. Am I Founding into Chapter 2? Then I have to go to Chapter 3 where I don't do anything. So I'm Founding Chapter 1. You know what? Let's just put it on the Oculus. If he kills her in response. Now he get lost. Gives me another map. Interesting way to play that game out. Let's play the Archive. Lands that we can draw. Oh, main phase mirrors. Actually, not even main phase, just so that I can draw a card. Okay. So they can play a land. Interesting turn of events there. So we can Founding into... We can just Recommission. We can just cast Recommission, right? I guess attacking is... No, there's no problem in attacking first. So we'll go to Chapter 1. Just cast Recommission. Play the Oculus. Oculus Rift. Do we play the Picklock Prankster into a Sunfall? There's too many cards into a Sunfall, right? Let's just start pumping our stuff. Now we can play the Archive. Flood Maw is pretty good. Let's pump. Let's try it again. Actually, I had to put it in the graveyard. I'm gonna have to manifest it anyways. He knows it's Into the Flood Maw. There's a Sunfall. Mill 4 cards. It's funny how I have not yet milled a single Mentor. That's annoying. So I can pay for the 2 mana one instead of the 1 mana one. Let's get the Oculus. So the Picklock Prankster. I can turn it face up if it's a creature only. Alright. How many Sunfalls does he have? Guess there's 4 Sunfalls on deck. Get lost again? That's a lot of get lost. Temporary lockdown? That's literally everything I have. And now we get a Mentor. Let's manifest. Don't want to get that caught in a like a Sunfall, right? Actually, if he has another Sunfall, then he could just die. He really hates those Oculus. Tiny Helix. Okay. Do we want to discard this card? I don't think so. So, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I still have 2 mana, so let's just do some pumping. Side of hand's okay. Does it have Elspeth Smite? Okay, didn't have Elspeth Smite there. Let us play Charter of Course first. We draw 2 cards. 2 slights. I gotta exile. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Do I slide here? I don't think so. Slides might be good with Prowess, so no need to kind of force it right now. Double Helix? Alright. I mean, you Helixed it once, right? So, anything else? You get a Mentor. Do I want to play this Mentor? This is a Prankster, right? Yeah, let's play this Mentor. Get to pick a good card. Very good card. In my hand. Let's try again. Let's see, choice between 2 lands again? Oh, a Flood Maw. Flood Maw is actually interesting, right? Token to draw a card. Alright, we're not eating the Sunfall this turn. That's pretty important. Carrot Cake. How many did I get back? Founding. 2 Foundings. How many cards are there? 13. Okay, guess I'll give it to him on... Can I cast it this turn? What do I have here? So I want to reanimate. Reanimate 2 cards. Is it enough to push through? You know what? Why am I doing all that math? I can just gift, not gift, and bounce this. All the Prowess will trigger. He has no blockers. And then GG. Okay, wait, where's all my other stuff? Oh, bugged out. Alright, our opponent is Nojo2211. Nojo. No. Hey, we're gonna go first. Yeah, that's a first. So we have Sleight of Hand into Picklock Prankster. Maybe we'll get something from that point on. Let's try it out. Hello. I think I like Recommission more. Sorry, Charter a course more. I don't like Recommission as much. Meticulous Archive. Oh, Mirror. Fun. What do we do here? Charter? I want to draw a land, right? I think that's warranted. And then I drop an Occulus into the graveyard. What happens next? He has to hold up a counterspell? Well. I don't draw a land. I don't think it mattered too much there. gonna Founding. Alright. Mill 4 cards. He wants to cast something from his graveyard? It's not gonna cast from his graveyard. That's not a land either. That's annoying. So we'll just recommission since no, I still think a Helping Hand. Cast a card. It's gonna have to draw 2 and discard a card, which use up a whole mana. He has his Flood Maw, probably. There it is. I do draw a land, that's important. I turn the face up and I attack him, right? Anything else I can do? No. Let's do this again. It's got another Flood Maw, probably. Well, I mean, if that's the way it's gonna work, I should have just dumped it in the graveyard. Slide a hand. Does he have any in his graveyard? No, he does not. So he does have reanimating targets, but he does have more bounce spells probably. Charter of Course, never mind. He can draw a land. Nope, he did not draw a land, so he's gonna have to take. What is like 10 damage here? GG. Aha, didn't want to play this out. I draw like all 4 Oculus, I think. All right, our opponent is Tricord. Cool. You got 3 of those cards, but we get to go first. We do get to go first, but they're not great cards, to be fair. Let's try it out. There's a lot of mill cards, which might be important. Or I can bounce it right now, right? Didn't do much there, but I can mill myself for 4. Can use Recommission, if nothing else. Plays it again. Then I can still Flood Maw it. He plots. Okay, which one do I want to use? I can Into the Flood Maw it, and then Founding, the second Founding on... Chapter 1. Helping Hand. On my Oculus. Now let me get a... It's a Founding. I don't think it matters. Those are not creatures, so they don't do anything to me. Neither does any of those being in the graveyard does anything to me. That's all 4 Foundings, by the way. That seems to be fun. Hero. He wants to be a hero. Rocket. Very scary. Does he have a bite? No, he's just looking at my cards. I have mill 4. Those are the cards I milled. Okay, so I will now attack with the Oculus. We'll Slight. Do I want Charter of Course? Charter of Course is not bad, right? I don't really need that land this turn. Okay. Now I'm gonna get another one. Good luck. You gotta have to attack with that Heartfire hero there. Did I mill anything good in the graveyard? There's nothing, huh? Unfortunate. Do I have a Flood Maw in the graveyard at least? No. There's just Elspeth Smite, that's not very useful. Just take 3? Take 3, he flings it at me? Yeah, that's fine. So what do I do? Recommission, Dispersal, Smite, those are not very useful. So I guess I would just Sleight of Hand. I do want another land, right? But this being in my hand would be very useful. It's tricky because I didn't draw anything good. So what do I do with the other land? I Charter a Course. I draw 2 cards. And I discard a card. I have nothing to discard. I put this. I have a blocker and a bounce. I played this. I have Founding into Charter a Course. Yeah. I did it first because I do want to discard a card, but I guess not these cards. You never know. What if he blocked with a hero? I don't care. Prankster, that's a blocker. Manifold Mouse. Double Strike and Double Strike Trample. Well, I'll block this because that's not trampled. Okay, I bounce that. I take 8. He's tapped out. That seems fine. Right? Because otherwise I take, was it 4? Was it 3 plus 2? That's 5. So 10. It's a lot more. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, they can all go. No 4 cards. So let us Helping Hand first into... Do I get a Swift Sphere or do I get another Oculus? Not a Swift Sphere, Mentor. Mentor is tapped. Sleight of Hand is not tapped. Charter of Course. Manifest. Pretty wide board, but he does have double striking stuff. And I am at 9. Okay, everybody's in. This is 3 damage double strike, but not trample. This is 5 damage, so if I block them all here, still not enough, huh? Well, this is just gonna block 1 damage. Might as well block here. Oh no, if he has trample, I think he goes through. So 1, and then is that lethal? 4. Okay, it's not dead. So that's important. We will. Ah, never mind. GG. Haha. Alright, our opponent is Denkichi. Denkichi, come on, let me go first, Denkichi. We got Sleight of Hands and 2 Dispersal. If they're aggro, Dispersal will be very good in dropping the Mentor in the graveyard. But otherwise, kind of a dead hand. Let's see what we can do with this. They're mulliganing, so they're probably aggro. Oh yeah, very aggro. If I hero? Okay. If that's the case, let's get this game started. Caves? What the hell? Why would you run that in your deck? Budget deck, maybe? Monsters Raid. I mean, you're gonna pump like before you attack, then I can live with all of that. Flood Maw is not bad of a card, right? Charter of Course is also not bad of a card. I guess I don't want Charter of Course. Do I? Just draw 2 cards. Okay, I'll take both. It's actually a crazy start. So, does he have aggro? Do I have the Sleight of Hand? I don't have the Sleight of Hands, right? So I know what the next card I want to draw is, so maybe I just don't Sleight of Hands. Well, also there's a Charter of Course, so this is kind of a waste, but I play a tap land. I can take it slow. If he pumps all into 1 card, I can just Flood Maw at this turn. He can still have haste, it's still kind of risky. Alonia's Rage. Back to your hand. That's funny. Alright, I guess we'll get a Mentor out. Mentor's kind of naked. You could just shock it, but that's a lot of his turn. Honestly, I played that turn a little bit too fast. Should have thought about it. I think now that I look back, a better play would have been Dispersal instead of the Flood Maw. Keep the Flood Maw in my hand, and then later on I could use Mentor with the Flood Maw. Yeah, see, now he has a shock, that's the problem. Don't have 6 cards, right? 3 in the graveyard. So we try to Slight, see what we can get out of the Slight. Curate. I mean, Picklock Prankster is probably better than Curate. Fire Hero. Yeah. The 1 damage? I'll take the 1 damage. Ooh, those are some really good cards to put in the graveyard. Now I can just Helping Hand and Oculus back. So Helping Hand and Oculus back, what does that do for me? Doesn't do much. I can just play the Oculus, and Helping Hand will get me the other Oculus if he kills this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's manifest. I don't want to manifest either of these cards. Might have been neat. Can't bounce it, you get to draw. Can't bounce it because Dispersal is on attack triggers, so yeah, I still think I should have Dispersal instead of Flood Maw that one time. It's just gonna come at me like this? No attacks? That can't be right. Is he gonna quit now? I think not attacking that turn would have been just like a GG. Yeah, see? Not attacking that turn is a GG concede. What was that about? Alright, our opponent is caught with, I don't know, Kachko? I don't know. Whatever, we get to go first. We got Charter, Curate, Flood Maw. There's a lot of good cards. But the Verge does not add blue. So I had to ping myself with blue. That's kind of risky. They got a lot of blue mana and they have the Fairy Avatar. They're probably mono red. Yeah, the Flood Farm is not... It's the opposite of what I want, right? It's a natural white and adds blue if I have the proper lands. I want it to go the other way around. Edge Mace. Surveil. Founding. Do we founding here? Founding for a Picklock Prankster? Kind of gives a lot away, right? It's true, but I do want to mill myself as much as I can, so... Helping hand it is. Didn't know a land, right? There was a land, yeah, I wanted that land. He's gonna slight. If he slights, that means he has no reanimation spells. Another Verge. I'm gonna mill 4. Okay, well, I'm gonna play this. Did I play Occulus? I think he has a Flood Maw. I have Curate, that's instant speed, so don't need to charter a course right now. Seed of Hope, okay. Oh, he's gonna say his name, okay. Then the good thing I held on to the Flood Maw here. Well, what do you want to do here? You gotta take care of the Monastery Mentor or you're gonna get wrecked by the Helping Hands. He's gonna slight. He's probably looking for a bounce spell, right? You would imagine. Oh, having a Flood Maw just makes me feel so safe. It's like a 1-mana boomerang. He still has 2 mana. Could be a counter spell. Just gonna fetch for a land. Really? Okay. Is that all you're gonna do? Pass to attack. Give me Curate. Alright, that can go. That can go. Another Flood Maw, that's nice. Now I will get Helping Hand. And I will get out the Mentor. Is that Recommission here? I mean, it's Simic. How did they fight a big board? Oculus Rift. They probably have a Flood Maw. Or like something of a bounce spell. I guess it counts as a bounce spell, but you know, what's the plan against this wide board? Because it is what it is. It's a pretty wide board. I don't think it mattered there. I was thinking about whether or not I can cast something from a graveyard, but I don't think so. And next turn I'm going to Charter Course, and then that board of Prowess is going to be very proud. He's got one Say his name in the graveyard. He might be able to get 3. But even if he gets 3, right, just a Flood Maw like immediately stops it. Say his name, that's 2. Okay, so Simic with... Oh, he already returned it. With the Tolarian Terror. Can he play it? He can play it. And a blue mana. And a second Terror. Cool. Okay, so I can't stop the Terror with the Flood Maw because it has a ward. That is not fun. But hey, do we just overrun them with this? I could just play another Oculus, but I do want to get more lands, right? Not having lands here is kind of bottlenecking me. But if I just Charter a Course here, how much does this even help? I discard a card, discard one of the Mentors. Why not? Now, if I play the Planks, I can actually go to Chapter 2. But I don't want to go to Chapter 2. Well, it will buff everything. Yeah, it will buff everything. Knew myself before. Turn card sideways. You can kill the Mentor, right? Oh, just GG. That works. I think that's lethal anyways. Let's do the math. I didn't do the math. I just turned card sideways. But let's count. If it'll allow me to view battlefield. Okay, so he blocks this 4 and this 3. There's other 3. That's 9. 9 plus 6, 15. 16, 17. He's not dead, but he will be at 2. And 2 terrors attacking against a board that has creature, and I'm at 17. He's not winning that game. Hooray! Our opponent is Silent Strider. That usually is a mono red deck, right? That avatar. And they get to go first, so very red feeling. Not a great hand. Don't have any interactions. They're small. Oh, ready to discard a card. No, poisoning. Not discarding a card to a poisoner. So, what do we put? An island? Yeah. Too many lands. Huh. It's not going to play anything? Okay. Well, we're going to have to Charter, but I have to think about what to discard here. The Oculus or the Mentor? And I think it's the Mentor. Because if he just leaves up removal, right, I have to... Now he just plays Gigs. Now I wish I dropped the Oculus. I can still do it. Charter. Drop the Oculus, then I can't bring it back. Right? So I gotta be careful with that. I guess I'll Mentor. Recommission's tapped? No, it's not tapped, right? Any method will work. Chapter 1. Let's get a Recommission. Get our Mentor. And then we'll Slight. Now give me a 1/1. I can block Gix potentially. I want to put 1 card in my hand. Is it the Picklock Prankster? I do have a mill already, and Elspeth Smite is actually really good against Gix in case he has more removal. I have enough mills, right? Charter, of course. Okay, go for the throw. Get a cut down too. Or you just attack? Just an attack. Okay, well, I'm not giving him a card. Mill 4. So I charger and I recommission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I could just play the Abhorrent Oculus, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. Manifest. I'm gonna manifest my destiny. Come on. Oh hey. My destiny's two flames. Sad, but okay. What do I have? Recommission still. Good. That's the one I want in the graveyard to reanimate. Well, to reuse with the founding. I didn't mess that up. I forgot about it, but then I guess I subconsciously remembered it. Could just be a shielder here. Obliterator. That's not good. Didn't even want to attack him. Alright, we'll get a mentor. Do I want to discard a card? I don't. Slight. Charter, of course, next turn will be good, right? I'm playing a land this turn already, so. Manifest. Can't turn a face off, it doesn't matter. How do I fight the Obliterator? I guess I can take the damage for a turn or two. By itself, it doesn't hurt as much. Won't block it. I'll take 5. How does he take my board though? He draws a card. Goes to 14, which makes it threatening more. Oh, he can have Shieldred, right? He eats the food, so he doesn't have Shieldred. Plays the Poisoner. Minus the Mentor. Annoying. So we can recommission the Mentor out. Charter, of course. Have to discard a card. Discard the Oculus. Do I discard the Oculus? Because I can kind of hardcast it. I don't think I have time to hardcast the Oculus, right? I gotta win next turn. So, let's turn card sideways. Geeks. I killed that. 3, 2. He gains 3 life, but he takes a lot more. For Atlanta, I manifest another Dread. More manifest going on. I'm at 15, which is still not dead. Right? Deep Iron Bat, and take one of those 2 cards. It's gonna block the Oculus, so the rest of the board has to do stuff. I don't have a first striker, so should be okay. Does he have another bat? Oh, another Gix. Did not even attack. Alright, the car outside is going crazy. I could give back another Mentor, actually. That's pretty funny. So we'll give back another Mentor, because that makes my board super wide. And also, the Curate's going to be one hell of a car here. Surveil 2. Doesn't really have that much license, right? Okay, let's see. What do I get? I don't think I need the Elspeth Smite. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't need it. No, I don't need it. Helping Hand. I get the other Oculus. That's a board. He blocks the 6. It's not even a death touch. There's 12 here. 13, 14 plus 5. He blocks that. Okay. He takes the 5. He's not first strike. None of these are first strikes. So, yeah, he's got to block the Oculus. I think he still died. Yeah, math is for blockers. He didn't do the math right. GG. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how did it feel? It was a burst of wins with this deck for me. It was so good. I think I got, I don't know, 6 wins out of 7 games. That is insane rate. That is a very good deck. Now, a few things that I do want to add. I think Elspeth Smite can go. I think I want to have more Into the Flood Maw. Every time I have Into the Flood Maw, I feel very safe with it in my hand, right? Elspeth Smite is great. We saw how it worked against that Gix, but if I had Flood Maw instead, that's even better. I could have just bounced the Praetor and I wouldn't have to worry at all, and I would definitely outrace my opponent. So yeah, I think Elspeth Smite can go. We can have 4 Flood Maw, and this deck will work perfectly. Just fine, if not better. Chart of the Course, very good card to help us either discard or card draw. A lot of times I just want to play it during my first main so that I can discard Abhorrent Oculus or Mentor. 6 reanimation spells is enough because a lot of times we get to double dip from our graveyard, so it's like having 12 reanimation spells in the deck. Now, one other thing that I definitely want to touch on is the founding of the third path. A lot of times, because Picklock Prankster is an instant, I have sort of the inclination to hold off until the end of my opponent's turn and then play Picklock Prankster and get them off guard. I feel like that might not be the right way with this deck. With the Phoenix deck in Pioneer, definitely that's what everybody does. But with this deck, I feel like the good thing to do is founding, casting a Picklock Prankster. So Founding, casting a Picklock Prankster on Chapter 1 is mill 4. Then, Chapter 2 of Founding is mill another 4. So on your turn 2, you effectively will put 8, well, maybe not turn 2, right? But from your turn 2 play, you effectively will put 8, yeah, count it, 8 cards into your graveyard, and hopefully one of those is one of these cards, and the other one is a reanimation spell, which most times it is. So then you reanimate a Monastery Mentor if your opponent cannot handle a wide board, like a red or green deck, or maybe a blue deck as well, right? They cannot handle a green board, or they cannot handle a wide board, and Mentor will offer that very quickly. Or if your opponent has removal and potentially something that they will hold up, you bring back an Oculus or Abhorrent Oculus, at least for one turn, right? It's not as bad if they kill it, and if they don't kill it, if they forget to kill it, we manifest on their upkeep, at the beginning of their upkeep. So they don't actually get to react to it if they tap out, because at the beginning of their upkeep, even if they try to kill the Oculus, we still manifest a card. And after we manifest a card, and they spend 2 mana on a go for the throw or something, we can bring it back again with another reanimation spell, because we go to Chapter 3 of Founding. And Chapter 3 of Founding recycles one of the reanimation spells that we have just used. So that is how I feel about this deck. It's insanely combo-centric, and it's almost too good. But I don't think any card here is worth a ban. I just think it's a very combo-centric deck, very easy to break with just Graveyard Hate. But hey, you know, I didn't see that many of it, and that is something that I don't think a lot of decks can actually afford. The reason why, the whole reason why I think the red deck needs to get banned is because decks like these capitalize on that. It will eat that red deck for breakfast, and then what happens is that this deck, right, the only way to really hard counter this deck is with Graveyard Hate. But if you put Graveyard Hate in your deck, that doesn't do anything against that red deck, and you will just lose to those red decks that were so fast that will kill you on turn 2. So it's very hard to get to a point where there is a healthy mix of decks out there in the standard metagame with all these crazy powerful cards. Hopefully we'll get there. But right now, this is all I got, the top of the top tier decks. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.